All right. So
Come again?
I said for fans at home and those of you watching who have been living under a rock and don't know who Nicholas Hwende is, one of the most talked about guys in African MMA space right now. This is who we'll be interviewing today. Bantamweight champion of the EFC. How you feeling, brother?
Brother, I'm feeling great. Just tired, man. I've been training, man. Tired of training, tired of wanting to win. So yeah, man.
Yeah, we
It's not a
understand.
good feeling at all. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to jump right into it, right? A lot of fans have been
Yeah.
asking. Yeah, I said I want to jump right into it. A lot of fans have been asking because they're a little bit arguing and there's a lot of confusion, about you fighting in Brave FC at the same time being, the champion of the EFC. A lot of people are saying, is Nicholas still our champion? Is he still in the EFC? Do you want to clarify that for us?
Well, man, like I said before, I'm an elite athlete, I always go for higher competitions, and I would like to make sure that by the end of my career, my name is going to be written in the history books of MMA. So for me to do that, I need to seek for better athletes. Like I said before, I'll I want to go far. So for now, I'm relinquishing the title. And as for EFC, I say to them, the other guys can fight. And when I come back, I'm just giving them an opportunity to show them, to prove to themselves that they can get in the ring with me. You know what I mean? They thought Nicholas might lose to a guy from Ireland, Takamando. I smashed him and finished him. They will give me a legend, Kazmulu Zulu. I smashed him. A guy from Brazil, I smashed him. So for me, so far, Brave is represented me with an opportunity with a guy from Dagestan. And you know what they say about Dagestan with the guys? So me, I'm like, wow, this is what I've been talking about. I would like to challenge myself with such guys. So yeah, man, Brave has presented me with such a good opportunity, and I'd like to test myself with that.
Amazing, amazing. All right, so what have you heard about Velimurad? What's your scouting report like? What are the areas you think you can, take advantage of him? Because he's a guy that has fought most of his fights, I think, flyweight. You are a bantamweight. You are a fully fledged bantamweight champion. And just looking at two of you, one would think that, you are just stronger than this guy. Although he's very, very talented and, he knows how to brawl, he knows how to wrestle. So what are the areas that you think you can take advantage of him?
Put it in that way. So striking and wrestling is mixed martial arts. So mixing things like that, he's a good opponent. You can see the record. It can tell you a lot. So with me right here, I would say I'm not taking him lightly though. I'm really gonna make sure we have a fight, a strong fight. If he's willing to go further for 3 rounds, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know his side. That is he ready for me? Because I don't think me. I would say to myself, I have to be ready for him. He has to be ready for me because I'm fully bantamweight champion and undefeated, and I finish fights. Him, we win flyweight and win by decisions. So I would say such a guy can give me trouble at all. You know what I mean? I fought Kazmulu Zulu, a striker, best striker with one eye, man. So I won't say he's a striker. He can give me any, and I don't think, to the best of my knowledge, I don't think he's better than Zulu, Kazmulu Zulu, in terms of striking. But I had to, to make sure I have a win there. So yeah, man, the guy is good, but he's not on my level. Like I've been saying, I don't know.
All right. Okay, so you mentioned something there that I want to touch on. You say you finish fights. If you ask me, I would say you were going to finish your last fight against Rovan the Bear. If not that,
Yes.
because you were absolutely dominating that fight, right? And we know that in preparation to that fight, your camp was very wrestling heavy. So how has your camp been in preparation for this fight?
Man, me, I'm a dynamic striker, the best striker. I can tell you, if I get an opportunity to start to strike, you will be shocked. So with Rovan, he is a grappler. I had to say to myself, I'm not gonna fight defensive. I have to wrestle him back. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to learn jiu-jitsu. So for me, I was preparing for Musa Sitsuabe, saying I'm gonna strike him, I'm gonna wrestle him, I'm gonna mix it up in the cage. So that's my game plan all the time. Like I want to try to mix it up and give my opponent yeah, like I said before, me training myself, I don't train targeting opponents, right? So whoever is in black belt in whatever, right? I train myself to an extent that I can challenge that person and smash him and finish him. I don't care whether we come from underground or upstairs, whatever. I train myself to make sure that when I get into the cage, I give my opponent the hardest of the fight. I make sure I give all in the cage. So I'm not that guy who is gonna regret that I should have done this, I should have done that, or I was tired. Me, when I get in the cage, I make sure I fight tooth and nail, whether with a broken finger or broken eye or broken leg. I'm an opponent that is like, while I'm still in that cage, my opponent is dying. So any opponent for me, I think he's in trouble. You know, the punishment from God.
Very, very confident, my guy. Okay, so you spoke about being a very well-rounded fighter. So I want to know, the fans want to know, how did you develop this ability to fight, whether it be striking, grappling, jiu-jitsu? How did you develop this ability to be so well-rounded?
You know, for myself, I started with Kyokushin karate, and I used to like watch kung fu movies a lot, which means striking, right? So I started to fall in love with striking. And then when I come to South Africa, I then started to do mixed martial arts. So when the guys were just taking me down and keep me down and I can't strike, then I had to say, no, I have to develop another skill, which is ground game. And then I started to learn jiu-jitsu, grappling, stuff like that. Yeah, man. So I train with the best, like champions, welterweight champion, bantamweight champions. So they could show me the way to become a champion. They could groom me properly. Like, if you fight this way, you can win your fights, you can finish your opponents. It can be easier for you. So I had to try by all means necessary to make sure that I grasp that technique of wrestling. I have enough strength for wrestling. And also, it's not about having muscles and just fight. I had to fortify my mind that even if I have a broken leg in a fight, I have to keep on fighting. You see that kind of thing. So I didn't just take my time training the muscles. I also trained my mind that if my opponent is better than me, I have to be stronger than him mind, here. So sometimes I would say I'm better than my opponents, but I know I've got a strong mindset than my opponent. That's what matters the most.
Yeah, I like that you spoke about the mental toughness, because that's going to be very important in your next fight, because you're going up against somebody who has fought against Zach Markovsky twice. The first one was a split decision loss, and the second was a split decision win. I don't know if you've seen that fight. And in that fight, two of them showed a lot of, mental toughness. And I'm glad that, you're proud of how far you've come mentally in the ring. But I want to put you on the spot.
Yes.
Do you think you're going to finish this fight? And in what round do you think you finish this fight?
I'm going to finish it in round number 2. If I don't finish in round number 2, then I'm going to finish it in round number 3. Because first round, I want to make him suffer. Bring more on him like he's going to be tired. And then second round, I finish him.
All right. Interesting. Okay, so
I'm not gonna let it go for decision. I'm gonna try to make sure that I finish the fight knockout or submission.
Knockout or submission. Well, I think we want to see a submission
Yes.
from you. You've been knocking people out lately. All
Yeah,
right.
because there is no other way. I can't let it go to the decision. You never know. The judges might rob me, but even if it goes to the decision, it's gonna be a proper dominant position. Because I'm gonna have to bring war on him. I'm gonna have to kill him.
Yes, because this is your debut in the Brave FC. You need to go out there and show everybody what you're made of. And you're fighting against a guy who has
Yes,
been there for a long time, so you cannot leave it to the judges.
I cannot leave it to the judges, man. I have to finish fight.
Yeah. Okay, so is this
Yeah,
is this an example of how you want your career to go? Is this a trajectory of how your career is going? Are you looking into the US market? Are you looking into UFC, PFL, all those other promotions? Is that something you see for yourself in the future?
exactly. That's the trajectory, man. I'm seeing myself in UFC. I'm seeing myself in PLFL. I'm seeing myself in bigger promotions that I will make sure my name is gonna be well known worldwide. Like John Jones, man. My name is gonna be even more because I'm gonna try to make sure that I cement my legacy. I keep on fighting like a crazy man. Each time I get into the ring, I make sure that I fortify here. I make sure that I bring all I got. I bring all the skills and malicious skills, man, to make sure that I win. And one of the days, my name is gonna be recognized in MMA. Like GSP, man. Those are the things that I'm like, I can't just go there to take part. I have to take over. It's either I'm all in or I'm out. So I say to myself, this is my job, and I'm gonna get everything out of it. So I take it serious while others are in the office. I'm in the office making sure that myself, my mind, my muscles, and my skill are elevating each and every day. So yeah, man, that's the way. There is no other way. I'm not even gonna retire. I'm gonna have to die in the case because I'm not gonna stop.
All right, brother. Okay, so we've seen a lot of EFC fighters, fighters from South Africa make it into the UFC. There's Dricos, there's Cameron Simon, there's Themba Gorimbo, all those guys. Is there anybody in the
Yes.
UFC that you see yourself, that I like this guy's style, that inspires you a lot, Is there anybody?
No, me, man, I'm a material man, materialistic. I love things, like, so if I'm seeing Conor McGregor and Adesanya driving those Lamborghinis and Rolls Royce, I'm like, damn, this is the kind of lifestyle I want. And I'm gonna get it. Once I get in those promotions, I make sure that I want the same thing. So I don't know about myself yet, but I know once I get there, I'm gonna know much about myself. But for now, I'm trying to make sure that only the grind and the grind every day, in and out. So yeah, those guys, man, they motivate me every day. Each time I see, I'm like, this is the kind of lifestyle I want. I want to be able to have my own private jet. I want to be able to have my own yacht. I want to be able to have my own house. Such kind of lifestyle. I
Yeah.
don't want to live in a squatter or something. So those things, man, they motivate me. I'm like, even with a broken rib, doesn't matter as long as I have these things. So yeah, man, fuck it. Even if my body is sore, I'm like, let's go. Shut up, body. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course, of course. And you deserve it too, because you're one of the greatest fighters in Africa right now. So the sky is your limit, my brother.
Yes.
We want to wish you the best of luck in your fight. I'll hold you by your promise to finish him in the second round. We'll do an interview
In
after.
the second round, brother.
All right,
Yes,
we'll get
yes,
you
brother.
we'll get you back on an interview after the fight. All
No,
right,
I'm gonna finish the guy quickly.
all right, all right, all right. It was amazing talking to
Mm.
you, man.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much for having me. I thought electricity is gonna disturb. Yes, you can see it was, having jealousy, like, but at least, we have a conversation, and I'm
And
happy
it
too.
was perfect like this. Don't bother about the
And one more
electricity.
thing I would want to say is like, uh, as an athlete like me, I don't have any sponsors, and if out there is anyone who wants to sponsor me in any way, man, financially, I'm here and I don't have any sponsor, man. Those are the things that are putting me down. Like right now, imagine if I had at least one sponsor, I would be crazy, man. Yeah, idea. Anyways, thank you very much for having me.
All right, guys. All the brands listening, all the brands watching, all you big MMA fans out there, this is Nicholas Hwende, one of the finest strikers and grapplers. In fact, just one of the finest MMA athletes in Africa. If you're out there and you're looking to make a big investment, trust me, this brother is worth your money. He will deliver. In fact, just go and watch his previous fight, man. The man is electric. So yeah, we're appealing to all of you, Nicholas Hwende. Put your money on him. Put your money on him. How can they reach out to you, Nicholas?
No, on Instagram number you can get it there. You can link on my Instagram, Nicholas Hwende MMA. Yeah, man, on Twitter as well, Nicholas H. So yeah, man, I'm everywhere.
It's everywhere. How about do you have a manager that we can reach out to?
No, I don't have any manager so far. In terms about those things, no, I don't have. I just have my manager who gets me fights. But when it comes to sponsorship, it's face to face. It's one-on-one. Me and the manager, me and the sponsor.
All right, so you can talk to the man directly. Nicholas, it was great having you here. I'm gonna have to let you go now. Take care.
No problem, brother. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, man.
Away.
Come on, Africans!